Keeping venomous reptiles is an unforgiving hobby, requiring proper training and lots of experience. One simple mistake can be the difference between life and death. Remember, the most venomous snake in the world is the one that just bit you. There are no venomous snakes with training wheels. Just because you see Viperkeeper handle snakes a certain way does not mean you should try it too.
I have to clean out the Angolan garter snake cage because she has managed to attract flies. I think she has been taking food items from on top of the piece of cork bark that I put in there, and taking it down in a substrate. Hi there. Come on. I know you don't want to come out. Come on. I have a glove on because I know this particular snake has short fangs and probably will not be able to bite through the glove. It is an elapid. My friends from Africa say that although it's not a medically significant elapid, it will and could send you to the hospital with neurotoxic effects. So, you know, not wanting to play snake hockey and such, you know, this is the easiest way to deal with her. You wouldn't certainly want to pick up other elapids or certainly viperids with such a glove because they would be able to penetrate it. You know, I know there's gloves out there that people use that they say, oh yeah, there's no way that that snakes can bite through this, and they've had many demonstrations. I'm sorry, I know people who have been bitten through those, and let me move her over here. The male is happily munching its gecko. She doesn't look undernourished, that's for certain, huh? She looks all filled out, and it's probably breeding season. That's probably why she has not been feeding on a regular basis. But we don't like the little flies, the carrion flies, because they not only go from cage to cage and potentially can transmit zoonotic infections, although generally speaking, you know, everything's been in the collection for a while and there should not be any disease spillover from place to place. But you know, if we do have an animal that has, let's say, you know, came in from the wild that has some parasites, it could be easily transmitted to another snake. These are fossorial, which means that we have them here at the lair, but we almost never see them because they spend all their time, except at night, below the substrate, and you don't often get to see them. So, although they're very cool snakes to have, they're not just the snake that you often see in video. They spend most of their time underground eating other snakes and lizards and small mammals. Although I could really easily get her to feed on geckos like the male, she has been taking, with a fair degree of reliability, frozen thawed pink mice and such. And believe me, that's what I prefer to feed them because it's very convenient this way, and we don't have to sacrifice cute little geckos, which we don't like, and it's another expensive food source that I have to procure, and because of flight disruptions and other things, which I won't mention because this makes some Neanderthals on my Viperkeeper page quite angry when I mention anything to do with the pandemic. We weren't able to get a supply of house geckos for quite a few months, and I tried weekly. Lori will tell you from like November to January when I finally was able to get some. So, mice and chicks and stuff, I can get those quite readily, and I can put it in order with my usual supplier and have some the following week, or I can call a local friend and say, hey, can you loan me a few of these until I get my supply in, and I'll replace them, and we can do that because the mice and rats and chicks and stuff are farm raised. The geckos that these guys have been eating came in from Vietnam. So, and there was lots of air travel disruptions, and I was actually limited to the number I could buy because apparently lots of people buy them, and I don't think they're keeping them as pets, although they are quite adorable and cute, but I think they're feeders for other creatures, mostly snakes and stuff. So often see these guys because they're quite shy, and I see she's sort of, at least I think that's a she. Tail is not quite as distinct as I would think, but if I pick her up with a glove, I'll try to look under her skirt and see what we got. I bet she really doesn't like that surface she gets to crawl on in there, because that's not what she's used to. Since she's away from her log, I'll put her log back where it is. I'll put a fresh water dish in there. Get the glove and a hook. Come on. While obtaining these at a local show, people were free handling them, and I think you're just sort of asking for trouble when you disrespect venomous snakes. Oh, we have to go up my arm, huh? We have to go up my arm to investigate. Are there interesting scents on there? I'm trying to look up your skirt there, sweetie. It's hard to tell. That's a relatively short tail, though. But I really would need to compare it directly with the other one that I have to see if it's a male and a female, or two males, or I've got it backwards. The male is eating like crazy, and this is the female's eating like crazy, and this is the male, and not eating like crazy, but it's really hard to tell. So let me put her back in her now clean cage. Go on. There you go. There you go. These are quite fast also, as you can imagine. They will hightail it across the floor. These are really challenging to play snake hockey with. I'll show you real quick. I'll put a water dish in later. We can see, or maybe I can see, and I can help you see. There's the male, and he's got a gecko, or a presumed male. Got the gecko by his backside, and we'll later drag him down and eat him. So we'll just leave these guys alone now that I've accomplished the task that I set out to, was just to clean the substrate. I didn't find anything that was icky in there, but the flies were living in there, and I wanted to get them out. Whoops, there we are. Hi. I always forget to clean the glass, and it really doesn't matter because they usually muck it up anyway. So, and actually, having clean glass scares the crap out of Lori and I, because sometimes we think that the glass is open or it's missing or something like that. But yeah, she'll move around. She's like, wait, I was out in the open and I was visiting everybody, and why am I back in this cage? Well, yeah, I'm sorry, sweetie, but that's where you are. These will probably go to a zoo this spring. The zoo that wants them didn't have any quarantine space. That will open up, I hope, this March, and I'll be able to send these guys off so they can hide in their display and never be seen on exhibit at the zoo. So that's Angolan garter snake, Elapsidia semiannulata. These are lapids. No specific antivenom, and they do potentially put people in the hospital, at least short term, and their venom symptoms are managed symptomatically and not by any specific treatment.